Well, everyone's encouragement for Brock sure paid off. Even during football season, we weren't quite sure, I wasn't quite sure whether or not Brock was going to wrestle or play basketball. Every time I'd see John Chose, he'd ask me, he's going to wrestle? He's going to wrestle? I kept answering everyone, not sure yet, I don't know. I think Brock's really happy and satisfied with his decision. It wasn't easy, and he'll be the first one to tell you that. But going through this season is something I don't think he would ever miss. He did a great job wrestling 195 pounds the first part of the year and then settled in 182 at the end. Pretty tough weights for a freshman that really only has about 2 years of wrestling under his belt coming in. But what a good job. Brock earned his first varsity letter in wrestling, his wrestler pin, certificate. Brock was 11-22 on the year with 10 takedowns, 4 pins, 71 team points. And I think Brock really, he's got the itch now to put in some time and get better in the offseason. He just competed at Dominate the Dells yesterday to get some more experience. He has the ability, he has the mental toughness. Now he just needs to get the experience and then put it all together. And I hate to see the guys wrestle when that happens. I think Brock did a great job against Evansville and Lodi during our team sectional again. It's always neat, and I talked about this a lot. It's always neat when a guy gets beat, but he didn't get pinned in the match, and he realizes how important that is for the team, and he's pumping his fist coming off the mat, which was really neat. Great job this year, Brock. Mom and I are very proud of you. We can't wait to watch you next year. As I said at senior night, I can't believe I'm up here talking about Cole as a senior. Senior night is senior night. I'm so glad he chose wrestling over basketball, I can't even tell you. Basketball is great. I'm very happy to be his coach in wrestling. I use Cole as an example all the time to the younger guys at the middle school and on down. I tell them that Cole, why don't you give me that? I use Cole as an example all the time to the younger guys in the middle school and on down. I tell him Cole did the club basketball thing as well. In 7th grade, Cole did middle school wrestling and club basketball at the same time. And after December and January, he did school basketball and club basketball. Everybody knows the club basketball starts in like July. And then it goes till the next August. And then it starts all over. But twice a week he would walk over to the elementary school after wrestling or school basketball to go to club basketball practice. That was a very busy time. I think wrestling has benefited from Cole just as much as Cole has benefited from wrestling. The work ethic he has accomplished by getting through it will carry dividends moving forward in his life. He, along with Eli, have become a shining example of what great drilling does for your wrestling. You can always count on Cole and Eli to work their butts off during each and every drill. He's also a great example of lifting, working hard, and not losing a bunch of weight while being successful. It can be done, and it's what we strive for each year. Cole's match against Swigum at regionals was one of the best matches that I've ever seen him wrestle. To just show that improvement and beat a guy by 10 after only beating by 1 earlier was great. Making it to the second day of Bi-State his junior and senior years was also a great accomplishment. They also got a nice compliment from Casey Persick from Lodi after team sectionals. Casey said Cole is one of the only wrestlers Casey could not figure out how to score on, which was nice. Cole is 31-17 this year with 68 takedowns, 5 pins, and 135 team points. Cole will be sorely missed next year in our lineup. He's a tremendous leader this last couple of years. I look forward to having Cole back during Christmas break next year to work out with our guys. Mom and I are so proud of you, Cole. Thanks for all the time and effort, everything you do.
myself looking back on this season. Although I didn't achieve what I wanted to individually, I still couldn't be more happy about what our team did. Ever since the end of wrestling last year, we all talked about how we're going to make it to team state. We had individual meetings with the coaches at the beginning of this year, and every single one of us had team state on top of our goals list. As the season progressed, I think we all started to believe in that thought more and more. Come team sectionals time, I think we all truly believed that we had a shot at making it. That night, we had finally achieved our goals, and that was the best feeling ever. Even though we lost in the semifinals, the experience of wrestling in the field house was like none other, and the crowd was electric. I realized at the end of the sport of wrestling that the sport of wrestling isn't always about winning. It's about the journey. Everything that you have done to better yourself in the sport. It's about being with the same group of guys every night, all with the same goals. I'm extremely thankful for what the sport of wrestling has done for me throughout the years. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I wouldn't have tried it out again back in the 6th grade. I'd like to thank all the coaches I have had throughout the years for pushing me to be the best I can be. And I'd also like to thank all the fans who have supported the team all year. I want to thank Joe Crook for literally kicking my butt every day sophomore year. About halfway through the year, I made a pact with Eli that we'd go every other day because I couldn't do it. I want to thank Eli for being my partner for the last 2 years. We used to go back and forth, but this year it's a little different. I'd like to give a special thanks to my family, Dad for pushing me to be my best, and my mom for supporting me. I also want to thank my mom for doing extensive research and calling me back and forth with doctors back in July when I had my blood clot. Without my mom's cautious nature, I might not be here standing. I might not be standing here today. Lastly, I want to thank my team for making my last year an unforgettable one. Teams who spoon together stay together. Over the years, we have truly developed into a big family. I expect big things from all of you guys next year. And I will be following you guys, and I'll try to come visit when I can. I want some more state champs signing my singlet I have at home. Paid a lot of money for that. If I were to give you guys one piece of advice, I would say to wrestle every match like it's your last, because you never know when it could be. To wrap this thing up, I want to thank Scott Legal for being a coach these last 2 years. Your knowledge of the sport is second to none, and you're a major key to our success. You pushed us to our max and brought our team to another level. For those who don't know, Scott will be going to PA school in Iowa and will not be coaching next year. The team and the entire wrestling community appreciates what you've done for our program, and as a thanks for your service, we would like to give you this gift, courtesy of the WrestleMackers.